Trail of a Shooting Star, Chapter 1, Part 4.
You're not a pony, diamond dog, dragon, griffin, or anything else I've seen, so what the hey are you?
Dash asked bluntly. He recollected himself from his previous surprise and parried her brashness in kind. And you're not a human. Since when can ponies talk, or fly, for that matter? Rainbow snorted again, this time in surprise.
I was right about this creature, or a human, apparently. He, I'm assuming it's a he, can talk and he can be reasoned with. Since forever. We ponies have lived here for thousands of years, and since when do humans exist?
Dash queried, using air quotes, but it was not an easy feat with hooves. The young man chuckled and again returned fire. Since forever? You're just some kind of animatronics, or something like that. Yeah, he said, sweat trickling down his back. Talking pony wants to tell me that there are no humans around here? Yeah, right. Humans are the dominant species.
Nuh-uh, not in Equestria.
Rainbow parried seamlessly. Now, Tyler was stumped. Equestria? I've never heard of a place called Equestria, not as a state, country, legend, or myth. I could believe the sunken city of Atlantis, maybe, but not a place where talking, flying ponies would give me funny questions. This feels too real. Equestria? Now where the heck is that? He felt what little conviction he had slipping. I was in Nevada a moment ago, he yelled.
Look around you, stupid. This land is all of Equestria, and you're sure as hey not the dominant species here.
She snapped back. Now for the first time, Tyler took a more serious look around. And the little winged pony was right. Oh, this isn't like any place I had seen before. What worries me the most is the fact that there doesn't seem to be any cameras anywhere. This is just a wide and open field with no place to hide. This is real. Well, this certainly isn't the Great Basin National Park, he muttered softly. The shock and mental trauma built up from all the sudden events was just too much for him. He sat down and flopped his head into his hands. He was getting a headache and it felt like it might become a migraine. If this is real, and the strange tunnel wasn't a drug-induced trip, then where the hell am I? Great, he whispered softly. How did I get here? The cerulean Pegasus looked at the creature before her, deeming it more and more harmless.
It's probably a colt or stallion, depending on age. Probably a stallion. I can see beard on his chin. It's obviously lost, but that's not important right now. Beats me,
she said casually.
I'm more interested in how you managed to perform a sonic rainbow.
The young man looked up. Excuse me, a what?
I said a sonic rainbow. I'm the only one in Equestria who can perform one, and only if I fly hard and fast enough. Now, can I come closer? I'm getting tired of shouting like this, and can you put that knife of yours away?
Tyler stood up slowly, towering over Dash's shorter stature, and put the knife back into its sheath. Looking at her, she tried to give her best assuring grin. He nodded. Well, you really are a pony, huh? Well, at least you ain't a predator. He slowly approached the cyan Pegasus and tentatively reached out his hand towards her. Dash held her ground, too proud to show how unsure she felt. She managed to not flinch when he patted her head. Tyler's mind spun as his hand felt the warmth of her body. Wow, she's the real thing. This is a real coat, real hair, no hard plastic or any whirling gears when she moves, and not a single sign of animatronics. Rainbow's eyes narrowed as she heard him say, Good pony. Slapping his hand away from her head, she expressed her displeasure.
Hey, stop treating me like an animal. I'm no pony's pet.
He mindfully held his hand back from his knife, wondering for a moment if the winged pony would attack him, before he realized that she was only demanding proper treatment. Seems to me that she thinks like a human. No human I know would like to be treated as a pet or animal. He nodded then, and crouched down so that he could look her in the eye. The Pegasus was a female, from what he could tell from her voice. Her behavior was somewhat masculine, but her voice was too feminine to be a male. She obviously didn't mean him any harm right now, whereas a male might. With a calm voice, he addressed the cerulean Pegasus. So, what and who are you, little pony? Rainbow smiled and stood proudly on her hind legs, using her wings for balance.
I'm Rainbow Dash, fastest Pegasus in all of Equestria. And you are?
Tyler smiled and stood up. I'm Tyler Jones, a human from Earth at your service, Rainbow Dash. Thanks for saving me, and sorry about threatening you with a knife. He offered his hand a shake, only to realize that she didn't have any hands to use. Rainbow frowned for a moment before she remembered that griffins often greeted each other with a claw shake. His extended claw seemed to indicate that he was offering something similar. She smirked and laid a front hoof into his palm to shake.
Cool. So now that you don't intend to use that knife of yours anymore, How did you even get here, Tyler?
If I knew that, I wouldn't have been so agitated at first. There was this gem, he began.
Gem? What does a gem have to do with this?
Dash asked. I was getting to that. It was shining in all colors like a rainbow, and Rainbow's eyes widened and she cut him off in mid-sentence.
A rainbow gem?
She asked. That's what you guys call it? Anyway, it fell right from the sky. As soon as I touched it, it began to shine, and then... Ugh. His mind went blank. Tyler shook his head, trying to clear suddenly muddy thoughts. An overpowering, dizzy spell struck him, prompting to fall to his knees. He clutched his head, eyes squinting shut. I can't remember. My head hurts. Rainbow laid a hoof on his shoulder, as he was kneeling on the ground.
Must have been a tough ride, whatever brought you here. A human like you with no wings can't fly, that's a given, but I say some weird magic is the reason that you appeared out of nowhere.
A name sprang into Rainbow's mind.
Trixie.
The blue unicorn seems most likely to be the responsible party.
Anyway, you better come with me to Ponyville. I bet Twilight or Princess Celestia will know what to do with you. We should probably see about those weird headaches too while we're at it.
Magic? Twilight? Princesses? All these information snippets don't make any sense, but Rainbow did in fact save me. We may be two completely different species, but she seems to be one of the good guys. It would probably be in my best interest to stick with her until I know what the hell happened to me. This camping trip just became much more serious than I expected. In his mind, Tyler tried to sort things out. First rule is survival. Find shelter, then find food and water fit to consume. He suddenly remembered something. Oh, I hid something on the way down. Rainbow tipped her chin with her hoof and thought.
Huh. Seems to me that you most likely collided with another Pegasus. We should probably go and see who it was.
Tyler nodded and stood up, as Rainbow continued.
Great. On the way we can talk a bit.
What do you want to know? Tyler asked.
I don't know. Surprise me.
Dash shrugged.
I've never seen a creature like you before. Are there many of you where you come from?
He looked up, surprised to see that she was hovering beside him as he was walking back in the general direction that he thought another pony might have landed. Well, there's a lot of humans like me, but certainly not exactly like me. Humans come in several skin colors, shapes, and sizes. Some of us have lighter skin tones, like me, while others have a darker, almost black skin tone. And others still have more of a slight tone of red, yellow, or brown. Some are tall, some are short, some are fat, and some are slender. But there are certainly no humans with skin as blue as your coat. His comment made Rainbow laugh.
Yeah, I can't imagine you in such a color either. That would look strange.
As they walked on, moving along the edge of the everfree forest, they found a Pegasus with a gray coat below a tree. From the looks of it, the gray mare had crashed through the branches of the tree and plowed right into the ground, leaving half a meter furrow into the ground. Tyler hastily ran forward and kneeled down next to her. Oh, shit, is he or she okay? He patted the gray Pegasus on the cheeks. Come on, snap out of it! Rainbow watched the movements of the strange human as she recognized the pony.
Yo, that's Derpy! Don't worry, she's tough.
Tyler looked up to Rainbow in wonder. Really? It's nothing for you Pegasi to get knocked out by a guy with luggage in midair? Amazing. By then, the gray Pegasus opened her eyes wide with a derpy expression on her face and jumped back onto her hooves.
Yes, I am awesome.
Leaning back, Tyler grimaced as he looked into Derpy's eyes. Oh damn, I think I might have hit her too hard. After one inspecting look from Rainbow, the cerulean Pegasus mare shook her head.
Oh, nah, she's been that way her entire life.
With a deep sigh of relief, Tyler patted the gray Pegasus on the head. Oh, thank God. Sorry I bumped into you. The gray mare looked up at him, not recognizing his shape.
Hey, Rainbow Dash, who's this feller? Is he a new friend of yours?
Rainbow looked up at the human, seeing his eyes looking back to her as well.
Well, at least he seems to mean us no harm, Derpy. I think he's okay.
The gray Pegasus mare nodded and shook Tyler's hand vigorously.
That's good! Every friend of Rainbow Dash is a friend of mine as well.
Tyler was surprised that she could grab his hand with hooves instead of hands. Yes! So, Miss Derpy, what do you do for a living? Derpy then closed her eyes and took a proud stance.
I am the Ponyville Mail Mare.
Looking to Rainbow Dash in abject disbelief, Tyler arched an eyebrow. Rainbow rolled her eyes and nodded.
That she is, but letters tend to have a 1 or 2 day delay on a regular basis.
Derpy then opened her eyes again and smiled.
Which reminds me, Rainbow Dash, can you point me in the direction of Ponyville?
Getting her mailbag out of the tree, Derpy presented it to her.
I still have some letters to deliver.
Giving herself a face huff, Rainbow looked towards Derpy, annoyance written all over her features.
You lost your orientation again? Derpy, as the mailmare, you should know exactly where you are at all times. Fine, just this once, and please don't lose your orientation again.
Turning the sitting Derpy into the right direction, Rainbow sighed.
Now fly straight ahead, and you can't miss it.
As the gray Pegasus took to the air, Tyler chuckled. Nice character. She seems to be a little clumsy, but pleasant all the same. Rainbow sighed.
She's okay, but she can be difficult at times. To think she's married already.
Tyler chuckled. Love sometimes emerges the craziest couples, I guess. So, Rainbow, is it a long way to Ponyville? I'm unfamiliar with the area for obvious reasons.
Nope, not at all. Just beyond Fluttershy's cottage over there.
Dash said, trotting in the indicated direction. Hey, it's nice to see that they're becoming friends instead of stabbing each other. Or at least one of them stabbing each other and the other probably punching the other. Either way, they're becoming friends, which is great. Now let's get on to our sharp donators. Top donators: TacoCat598, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, Gauntlet, and Only One Thing. Zar630, Strix, Raiden, Narwhals, Black Moonheart, Drake Lovedragon, Pastel Skies, Magazine, Crazy Killer 557, Dospo, Madman Stan, Delta Omega, Jack Hadge, RuneScythe 9852, Hunter Norman, Stephen Bingham, McDoofus 456, Dash of Evergreen, Ronnie Dragonwolf, Ponyman, Tall Rasha, The Toilet Snake, Sword Brother and Mordred, Ron and Wandering, Random Person Man Guy, Easy, Skyuchia, Leslie Prickett, Jordan Peterson, Crimson Kit 99, Lightskin, Monster Kitty, Needs a Life, Milan Biahanek, and many more strong people. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and live life to the fullest.